Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we've got loads to go over today as I came across an interesting article coming from Pure Xbox with regards to a statement made from Shams Jorjani about the Xbox launch and about us as a player base. We've also got to take a look at the Galactic war map as we've only got a few days remaining on this major order. The voting has begun and it is close to an end, and if you haven't voted then, well, we need to get you in there. On top of that, we have got some stuff coming in from the Reddit which are interesting finds and something we need to talk about with regards to enemy types. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform which gives you guys video games for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions and discounts, all running up to 70% off on old and new games alike. The link is down in the description. Make sure you hit it and make sure that you go and check out our giveaway, which we've got happening right now for free super credits. If you want to get involved with that, it's very simple. Head down to the comment section and put a fire emoji. We are hopefully going to foreshadow this one, and the game is going to do absolute bits and come back with an absolute fire. I need it to, man. I really need it to. I miss this game a lot, and it just doesn't seem to be pulling through the ropes. But let's dive into what it is that we've got to talk about today. So starting off, let's give you guys a quick major order update on the Galactic War map. As you can see right here on the Galactic War table, it has been an interesting time. We have got around 90% of the Illuminate common samples collected and around 50% of the automaton ones collected. We've got two attacks, one happening on Mastia at a level 19 and one happening on Mendkent right now at a level 18, with players' spirit divided between the two, meaning that the likelihood is we're probably not going to clear many of those as it goes into the end of their orders. On top of that, we've also got an attack happening on Alamark over here on the Illuminates with a Gambit opportunity on Oasis. And finally, we still have an attack happening over here on the bugs for Polaris Prime. I had no idea why anybody's on the bugs. We just don't need it. There is a Gambit opportunity, but again, nobody seems to be taking any of those. With the Illuminate samples coming close to an end, it appears that we may well actually make it within the next 3 days for this major order, but the Galactic War map does seem to be a little lackluster, although the Illuminate have now been pushed back from the sector right here, which is the Cancri sector. I don't know what is going on with this game right now, and obviously it's going to be update day tomorrow, so we'll dive into that in a moment, but it does seem that the game is becoming a little bit flat and stagnant for a lot of players in the game. Although we don't seem to be losing numbers, accruing about 30 to 40,000 players at a peak concurrent, it does seem to be that the game is still alive and well, and hopefully after tomorrow, which is guaranteed to be a patch update day, mainly because of what it is that Shams Jorjani made statement about. He made statement that there was a update every 2 weeks. That's bi-weekly for the next little while until they managed to fix the game and operate it. Now, there was no update last time on the 11th. The recent update that we had was on the 4th, meaning that tomorrow, the 18th, should be the next patch update day. This could be a positive move, and hopefully we can return back to the normal cadence of content after that stage, because I think right now, exactly what they need is just content. The player base are getting extremely bored of what it is that we've got on here. We need new weapons, we need new war bonds, we need new enemy types, we need the major order to actually move forward in some way or another, because there is just no real reason to jump on and play. Or at least, for me, that's how it feels. The major orders are seeming a little bit flat, meaning that we're not getting any real oomph inside of the storyline for it. I don't really feel much of a connection towards the recent major orders, and you guys may feel differently, and if you do, then make sure you voice your opinion down in the comment section below. I'm always up to being proved wrong, but hopefully we receive a large patch update tomorrow, which could be the final one before we get into the normal cadence of updates coming from Arrowhead Game Studios, because, and I quote, "If you give players what they want, they'll be happy." That's right. Shams Jorjani actually made a statement during an interview basis where he spoke on the Game Business podcast earlier this week, and this Pure Xbox article posted up exactly what it was that he said, as Arrowhead Game Studios always insisted that the decision to making the move over to Xbox was nothing to actually do with them. But speaking on an episode of the Game Business podcast this week, CEO Shams Jorjani enthused that it's worked out great for his team and that the players are happy because they've been given what they want. His exact statement right here states, "For us, it makes a lot of sense, and the players have been clamoring for Xbox since day one. It's gone really well. We timed it with the release of the Halo ODST content, which was another highly requested fan feature, and it turns out if you give players what they want, they'll be happy." Now, the folks at Sony haven't actually shared much with regards to the success on Helldivers 2 for Xbox, but it does definitely lean into a really weird narrative, mainly because Arrowhead Game Studios are saying that it's going really well. We have got absolutely no percentage higher on the player base. Even without Xbox beforehand, we were sat at a steady 20 to 30,000, just a little bit higher on a player concurrent basis, and we're still sat there now. So at least in my eyes, it doesn't really make much of a difference when you don't actually look after the game that it is that you've put out there. It's a really weird place to be right now, and having a statement like that come out from the CEO is actually baffling to me. I don't understand the context he put it out in, so maybe the article wrote it in poor faith, but it's kind of obvious. If you give players what they want, then they'll be happy and they'll continue to play your game. It's a pretty standard logic. Nonetheless, though, we're going to talk about the voting procedure for the latest planet, City of York Supreme. We spoke about this in the last video because realistically this voting period should not have been on Discord. It should be in the game. Most people don't go into the Discord, or they've been banned from it for saying the word glaze. So yeah, you can take with that whatever it is that you want. But at the moment, New York Supreme does seem to be the main one that we're going for with a 50% hold. And then Bernard is closing in with a 43%. If you've not voted, make sure you do go and vote. But I think New York Supreme is a pretty fair name to run through. So hopefully we still get the win on that one. Moving into the Reddit, though, we've got some interesting features that are happening inside of the game, some of which you may not have even known about, because this first one I didn't even know was a thing. But there is a rare ammo box model that can be found in overship missions inside of the bunkers. Now, I did a little bit of scazzing around and did a bit of research and a bit of reading up, and they actually give no more ammo than the regular ammo boxes. They also give no grenades or stims. I think if they'd have actually done that, it would have made a bit of a differentiation, but in sight, it's literally just a skin change. It gives you the exact same as a normal ammo point. It's really odd, but they could have actually done something a little bit more with that. Next up, some of you guys have clearly been playing Arc Raiders, myself included. I've been enjoying it, and we've been covering it here on the channel, but some of you want to drag some attributes from Arc Raiders over to Helldivers 2. The main one may actually be the drones itself, also known as the Wasps and Hornets. They are drones that have Gatling guns attached to them, or stun darts that attach to the bottom of the Hornets, and they reckon that it would actually work quite well as an automaton enemy type. Now, I actually do think this would work really well, maybe not as spongy as they are in Arc Raiders, because it's a completely different game and it's not a horde shooter. And if they draw up down the actual health of this thing, you could have like hordes of these wasps that are flying around. People are saying that the gunships are literally that, but I just don't feel like it's exactly the same way in Toll. Having some of them closer to ground and a few of the drones clustered in hordes could add to a really cool movement, and I think it's definitely something that Helldivers, Arrowhead Game Studios should really look into. Let me know what you guys are thinking of that one in the comment section below, and if you are playing Arc Raiders, also do let me know. But we're also going to take a look at your comments from the previous video, where we went in a few days ago with regards to the latest major win, some big changes, and a split community with regards to the voting system and how it actually works. Fenrir states right here, I do agree the voting should be in-game, not Discord, because realistically, there is not many people on the Discord in comparison to the people actually playing the game inside of it. It's baffling to me, and I don't know why you have to do stuff like this. Just put it in your game and make it a game feature. If you're making it a part of the storyline, everyone playing should have part of the choice. This next one right here is coming from Zaylan Prime, stating most players are not in Discord. Having voted in Discord takes away choice and the game story away from most players, which again, obviously, as I've just stated, not many people are actually in the Discord, and if they have been in there, a lot of people got banned for saying the word glaze or glazer, and the really weird system that they have for banning players in that Discord is baffling, considering they're making it part of their game story. And this final one right here states, do not task them with making the second terminal useful. They are going to break the game again. And hopefully they have actually learned from their lesson. And during these patch updates, they are really looking into keeping the game at a steady pace and making sure that they don't break it moving forward. I really hope that they've actually learnt from all of this, because it's been a really dark few weeks, maybe even a dark few months for Helldivers, for content creators in Helldivers, for the players in Helldivers, and I'm sure it's been the same for the development studio. Hopefully they learn from this and we can get past it and we can be right back again. Fingers crossed. Nonetheless, that's all we got time for today. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate your faces. And as always, I'll see you in the clouds.